Hello. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. This will be a new series, new channel, all about day trading and incorporating level 2 into your trades, allowing yourself to have more pristine or precise exits, quicker entries, more precise entries, yada yada. Just being a better trader. All right, stay tuned. Okay, hello. This will be a video. Um, it will be the third DipBuy video, and it's a standalone video. There's not going to be another one. Let's get familiar with the 5-minute setup really quick. So if we look, we have four green candles in a row, a nasty topping tail, and a potential sign of reversal. But let's say we have let's say the candle ends like this, and we get a base starting here. We might be able to reclaim, it's probably going to end like this with a base like this and a wick towards the top. And we're looking for this wick. We're trying to be a part of this wick. Um, so that's the trade idea. If we look at the 5-minute chart or the 1-minute chart, you can see that we kind of have this resistance level at around the high of this candle, around 1120 potentially. So the break of 1120 looks to be a potential target. The next potential target would be the move up to 1140. So just hours in front of the chart is going to give you the confidence to take this trade on this 5-minute chart. But there's two routes to take it. So looking at this 5-minute chart, you can say there's 1 minute left. Let's say on this 1-minute candle, we break 11. You could probably look to buy the dip. You're going to probably inside of that 1-minute candle reclaim $11, and then that'll set you up for like a base candle that starts at least above 11 and a wick towards the high. So that would be the goal. So a dip under 11 here is a potential area of support. But I wasn't sold on the stock. I wasn't watching it. It wasn't a stock that I was paying attention to in the morning. It looks like a continuation move on the daily chart. So it wasn't like screaming too strong, like strength to me. So I was a little more passive. So let's see what happens. Comes down to 11. But we're trying to trade this new 5-minute candle. We're trying to get a not overextended entry on the 5-minute chart. So look at how the 5-minute chart looks right now, and try to imagine what it should look like by the end of this 5-minute chart, by the end of this 1-minute candle. And you'd like to see this dip get bought up, and we reclaim, like I said, on the 5-minute chart, that $11 mark, and we get a little bit of wicks, a little bit of a wick to the bottom side with that larger wick to the top. So it does happen like this. I'm from the future. I know these things. So it's now above 11. Now it's testing 11 and it's under 11. So it's kind of struggling around that $11 range. Potentially you go for an early entry there at 1103, but let's wait for a little bit more of confirmation. I'm going to wait for this new 5-minute chart or 5-minute candle to start. And let's see how I trade it with this new 5-minute candle. So here's the 5-minute candle. So I'll figure it out. So now what we have on this chart is, look where this candle closed. What type of candle can you, like, what type of candle are you hoping for on a strong chart? So you're just trying to trade strength. So you're assuming this is going to be strong. Where is the potential pullback? Hopefully you kind of see that if this candle goes red at the beginning, we're going to end with a wick towards the downside here. We're going to potentially have a wick towards 11, and hopefully it stays above this wick right there. So this is our support level. $11 is the whole dollar support, and we really should see bids pop up above this wick. So on this 5-minute candle that we're beginning here, we're hoping that it kind of ins, I don't know, it doesn't really matter too much with this, how big this base is, but we're looking for this type of setup. At least we could potentially get a retest of the highs and then later on get a break up through 1150. Probably on the 1 minute chart. It's not going to look like that. But that's the goal, is to buy a dip to try to short squeeze the early short sellers and get the profit target above this wick, or at least at this wick in case of the double top. So let's see. Now we're just 0 seconds into this 1 minute candle, and we're going to see how it holds around the $11 range. What I want to see is, like I said, that wick towards the bottom of this 5 minute range. So let's see how it handles the low. Can it pull back to 11? It looks like it's just holding 1104, so I'm in. And I'm in because it's already dipped for so long that I feel like I have to be early here. It had dipped under 11 pretty early into this 1 minute candle here, and it was kind of holding above 11. And then into this new 1 minute candle, you can see how it interacts around 1104. So we're holding at 1104. Here's the new candle. Pops up to, it was at 1107 on the ask, then it came down to 1105 with a seller, but it's hit that 1104 bid and held. Now it's back up to 1106. Another seller comes in, back to 1104 in the bid. We're testing the highs here. Green on the tape. It looks like that 1106 seller stack is deleting, so I'm clicking buy. So let's see. I'm going to play it without pausing it over and over. And let's see how the moment I click buy. So I'm watching. It's holding 1104. Bids are increasing. Sell stack was depleting. I'm clicking buy. Already from 1106, I'm at 1112. So once again, if we look at this 1 minute chart, where is the profit targets? It's, like I said, at this wick, and then the continuation move is over 1140 up to that 1150 range. So here's 1112, falls to 1108 on the bid. You want to see bids steadily increasing in a strong market. So back to 1108. Can we see that 1108 level hold? Can we reclaim it? Green on the tape as it kind of fails around that 1108 level. It's looking a little suspect, but it's looking like it's holding still pretty well. Not very much red. Here comes bid stacks, green on the tape. It should look to pull away now. And can we have 10 seconds left. I don't want to end with a huge topping tail on this 1 minute candle. So can we quickly try to test the highs here at 1120? A small wick is okay, but I don't want to see too big of a wick. So here's that new 1 minute candle. The wick's not bad. Pullbacks are happening where the bids are increasing. Only pulling back to 1109. Here we go, 1109's a lot of bids there at 1109. Potentially add there at 12. Look for that squeeze up towards 20. Once again, we're looking for that break at 20 and potentially hiding from this double top around that level. There's 20. I'm looking to sell. I kind of sold a little late there. I think I mistimed it, but I should have sold it. I think I had time to get out at 1123. But now here's how we actively trade this breakout. Because our next move is, we know the first breakout happened successfully. We had the dip buy and we're breaking out of this resistance level. So the way to actively trade it is to pay attention to the strength on the level 2 and look for the next move higher. I'm not even sure I take this trade, but you would add there at 24. So let's slow it down. Yeah, I didn't take this trade. I'd take another one, but this was a potential for a trade. I think I wasn't too confident in the setup, and I wanted to see if it wanted to break over the highs, but definitely could have taken this. So let's go back. We freshly break over 23, and now we're trying to decide, can we get back above those highs? It snaps to 1127, bids at 26, pulls back to 20, 22. It's starting to bid support green. Sell stack was there at 24, so you don't click buy yet. Pulls back to 21, invisible buyer potentially. 24 is going to start getting eaten up, and we can click buy there. So the moment I would click buy, I would be watching here, waiting waiting, and they're at 27. So I click buy at 27, look for that squeeze up towards 40. And here's the squeeze up towards 40 where we take profit. So it just broke over 42 and we should look to take profit. Now the next trade would be another active trade between 1140 and 1150. At this point, the potential profit is like 10 cents. I think it'd be a little sketchy. Um, I think it'd be just as safe to leave it alone and see if it wants to break over 1150 and then start really squeezing some shorts. So I would be waiting patiently.